Hello students, today we will be discussing pure rolling wala part for your CBSE school exams. Pure rolling means V is equal to R omega. V is the linear velocity of a body which is rolling and omega is angular velocity. If V is equal to R omega, that means it is a condition of pure rolling. Let us say this is a rough surface and we have a wheel which is rotating with angular velocity omega, radius is R and linear velocity is V. In one complete rotation, distance traveled by wheel is equal to 2 pi r. If it is equal to 2 pi r, then V must be equal to R omega and it is a condition of pure rolling. If distance S is not equal to 2 pi r, that is a condition of slipping, not of pure rolling. I'll give you an example. In case of mud racing, when you are riding a bicycle, the number of rotations the wheel takes is very high, is much greater in comparison to distance traveled because it slips too much. So in that case, V is not equal to R omega, it is not a condition of pure rolling. Moreover, if you are coming down an inclined, a flyover of high inclination, sometimes there is a motion due to slipping also, there is a motion due to rolling also. In that case, V is not equal to R omega. So we will strictly restrict to the part where V is equal to R omega to pure rolling wala part. In case of pure rolling, this point has a velocity of V plus R omega. This point has a velocity of V minus R omega. Since V is equal to R omega, so lowermost point has a velocity is equal to 0. Lowermost point has a velocity 0. It is always at rest. Topmost point has velocity 2V. Because V is equal to R omega, it is equal to 2V. And the middle point has a velocity equal to V. Now after this, motion, let's discuss motion of a cylinder. Cylinder that is solid. Moment of inertia I is equal to mr square by 2. Rolling, strictly pure rolling on a rough inclined plane. For rolling, plane has to be rough. If the plane is not rough, if the plane is smooth, a body cannot roll, it can only slide down. For rolling, friction is required on an inclined plane, because on an inclined plane, for rolling, for torque, some tangential force is required, and tangential force is friction. My weight mg, theta, mg cos theta, mg sin theta. These forces, this force is passing through center of the wheel, center of mass, center of gravity. So there is no question of having this force as a tangential force. Right now, wheel is rolling like this, and for this type of rolling in this direction, anti-clockwise direction, a friction force at this point must be in the backward direction, because friction is rotating the wheel in this direction. Normal direction R, friction is this, acceleration is in this direction. So if I talk about linear motion, my net force in the forward direction MA must be equal to mg sin theta minus friction force F. Then we say that since friction in this case is the only tangential force present in this case, is the only tangential force present here responsible for torque, So torque is R into F, also equal to I alpha. R into F, alpha is A upon R. So again, friction is IA upon R square. Friction is IA upon R square. Equation number 1, equation number 2. So let's substitute the value of friction from equation number 2 in 1. Substituting equation number 2 in 1, we get MA is mg sin theta minus IA upon R square. A, m plus I upon R square, I am taking this figure towards left, equal to mg sin theta. So acceleration is mg sin theta m plus I upon R square. From this figure, from this equation, we can conclude that greater the value of moment of inertia, lesser is my acceleration, right? So body having greater moment of inertia, like you have ring, will be having least acceleration. Disc, the moment of inertia of disc is mr square by 2. So acceleration will be greater in case of disc if we compare ring and disc. Now this is my acceleration. Now I was doing the problem for solid cylinder. So in case of solid cylinder, I is equal to mr square by 2. So acceleration is mg sin theta m plus mr square by 2 r square. So acceleration is g sin theta, r square cancel out, 2 by 3, 2 by 3 g sin theta. This is my acceleration, 2g sin theta by 3 in this case. Now from 2, friction is IA upon R square. The value of moment of inertia is mr square by 2 in case of disc, R square, and acceleration is 2g sin theta upon 3. So it is equal to 1 by 3 mg sin theta. Now from the figure we can see that my normal direction R must be equal to mg cos theta. It is because there is no vertical motion, no motion along this vertical line, this line, not this line, this line. R is equal to mg cos theta. Let me divide them. We get F upon R is tan theta divided by 3. So mu is equal to tan theta divided by 3 in this case, right? So this is a derivation in respect to rolling motion, pure rolling, which very frequently come in your school exams. Also sometimes there is a question associated with it. Let me discuss that also. You are having 3 bodies, 3 rigid bodies. number 1 a ring, disc and sphere. They start rolling down the inclined plane of same inclination theta, which will reach the bottom earlier. So this can be solved. Acceleration that is equal to this we have calculated here. This is my acceleration, mg sin theta divided by m plus I upon r square. So acceleration is mg sin theta m plus I upon r square. This is my acceleration. Moment of inertia of ring is mr square, of disc half mr square यानी कि 0.5 mr square. Moment of inertia of sphere, solid sphere, it's solid sphere, 2 by 5 mr square, that is 0.4 mr square. So moment of inertia of ring is greater than moment of inertia of disc, and it is greater than moment of inertia of solid sphere. So as by moment of inertia varies inversely with acceleration, so I can say acceleration of ring is less than acceleration of disc, and that is less than acceleration of sphere. So acceleration of sphere as it is maximum, therefore sphere will reach the ground earliest. We can solve the same question by energy conservation also. Let us say if a body has started rolling down, here you have potential energy equal to mgh, here you have kinetic energy which is half mv square plus half I omega square. There is no potential energy at the bottom, right? So by conservation of energy, potential energy at the top there must be equal to kinetic energy at the bottom. Potential energy at the top must be equal to kinetic energy at the bottom. So 2 mgh mv square I omega is v square upon r square, pure rolling. So 2 mgh m plus I upon r square into v square. So v is equal to 2 mgh m plus I upon r square का under root. So body having higher moment of inertia, so lesser the value of I, greater the velocity. So moment of inertia of sphere out of 3 is least, so velocity of sphere is highest. Velocity of sphere is highest, so sphere will reach the bottom at the earliest. In this method, you have a advantage, that is that you don't have to remember this formula. And directly by using energy conservation, you can solve it down, right? Thank you, students. Do like and subscribe our channel. If you have some kind of doubts, you can ask them in the comment section. Thank you so much.